This is Carol Levine with Ken Lee, co-founders, CEOs of Lotus Foods. We're pleased to share this brief overview of our efforts to promote organic and fair trade rice production that reduces water use and methane emissions, promotes biodiversity, and lightens women's work. The space in which we work was well articulated by President Clinton in 2011.
Rice cultivation is the principal activity and source of income for more than 100 million households in Asia and Africa. This is the space into which Ken Lee's commitment stepped, and I'd like for him to give you a follow-up.
Thank you, Mr. President. In 2008, Lotus Foods committed to create new market incentives for smallholder farmers around the world who are adopting a more sustainable method of growing rice called the System of Rice Intensification.
Most people aren't aware that there's actually a problem with the existing way to grow rice. Rice is really a huge user of water, a resource that we don't have enough of. What we endeavor to do is then incentivize farmers to adopt a new method of growing rice. A lot of these farmers are $1 and $2 a day farmers, so there's a big need to increase yields.
SRI is not a new variety. It's a new way for farmers to manage their plants, their soil and water. Changing soils from continuously flooded to aerobic conditions with access to lots of oxygen actually reduces methane emissions.
Farmers can double and triple their yields using 90% less seed, 50% less water, producing more food, better incomes, and a huge savings of water, our most precious resource, and less work for women farmers.
We've been importing heirloom rice since 1995 when we first introduced black rice to the US and trademarked it as forbidden rice. Then in 2005, we learned about SRI through Cornell University, and after visits to farmers in Madagascar and Cambodia, we became totally committed. We now work with several thousand SRI farmers in India and Indonesia too, which led to a savings of about 500 million gallons of water last year.
Well, most stores in the US carry our rice. We've branded SRI as more crop per drop to help consumers understand the concept. This spring, we launched our Do the Rice Thing campaign to highlight the benefits of SRI for water and women. We'd love to partner with more food manufacturers to scale SRI, and by doing so, we can catalyze change in the world by how we do our business.